Welcome back, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed your first week of football. I know I did. Alright. And before we get down to this week, allow me to quickly break down how last week went out, at least for me. Throughout my predictions, I went a total of 8-8, even though I should have gone 10-6. If I knew that there would be missed game-winning field goals, I would have stayed away from the NFC powerhouse and gone for their AFC counterparts. I'll allow the Bucks and the Giants winning their games. Those could have gone either way. Same with the Raiders and the Bengals wins. Close games all around, and honestly, I'll take the loss for those four. I'll allow it. The Lions surprised me on their win. I had my doubts, but they proved to me that they can be a good team even without Calvin Johnson. I am a good fan of Matthew Stafford, and Anquan Bolden's one of my personal favorite receivers. So, I can trust the Lions, and I wouldn't be surprised. Well, okay, maybe they won't make playoffs, but I could see them finishing 7-9 or better, maybe, as of now. We'll see as the season goes on. And, honestly, I don't know what the hell happened in San Francisco. It seemed like the Rams didn't show up at all. Very disappointing. No game. I only watched a very little bit of it, but the Rams could have put up something. Jeez. And, yeah, alright. Let's get into our categories, shall we? Alright, our first category, as we all know, is the most interesting game. And I saw a bunch of these divisional games, and I'm thinking any of these games could be really interesting because divisional rivalry games are always interesting. But then I'm thinking, why not go with the good old shootout from last year? And of course, I'm talking Saints at Giants. Now this year the game's going to be in New York rather than New Orleans. So the Giants are going to have more of that home field advantage, and they're going to have that confidence from the win over their divisional rival, the Dallas Cowboys, in Week 1. So that team is going to, I feel like, will perform a lot better. Not saying the last time these two teams played they didn't perform as well, but it will be more competitive, and more than likely I could see the Giants winning. I'm not saying they are, I'm just saying I could see it happening. And New Orleans, on the other hand, came off from a tough loss against the Raiders, whom many speculate to be a playoff team, or even as well win the division. So you got to give the Saints credit for how they played. And the Raiders practically won due to their coaching. Like, we're going to go for 2 on this play. And, I mean, you're up against the Saints defense, who obviously hasn't stopped you already, as well. And it's hard to trust your defense against a Drew Brees-led offense, especially when you let them get away with a 98-yard touchdown pass. Brees, only quarterback throwing for over 400 yards already, on pace for another 5,000-yard season. I see it. Anything can happen. That being said, I doubt these QBs will put up the numbers like they did the last time they played. What was it, about 800-plus yards and 13 touchdowns? But prediction for prediction's sake, I'll say they combine for over 550 yards and 6 touchdowns. An offensive showdown that you will want to watch. Alright, here, my second game, of course, is the most close-scoring game, because titles, I can't think of anything. And I want to keep it simple. So, let's go head down to Houston for the Chiefs at Texans. Now, in my eyes, I see these two teams, they've been considered usually the second best in that division, in their respective divisions. For the last couple of years, I would say. Houston has won their division. Previously, Kansas City has not. And with that, with the way they're looking right now, either team can make a legitimate argument for winning their divisions this year. And, I mean, I don't think they'll go for buys, but I could see them pushing a 3rd seed. Maybe even a 2nd seed. Also, they're already both in the conversation for wild card. I could legitimately see either of these teams going as far as said wild card. Man, for this matchup, you're not going to be seeing what you saw from their wild card game last year, because Houston actually has the quarterback who can play the game somewhat decently. So expect a good game, close game, fun game. Have fun. Now, for our final category, we have the biggest blowout game. And prior to this last week, I was really looking at either the Cardinals or Panthers game. Cardinals are playing the Bucs, Panthers playing the Niners. And I'm thinking, this should be a cakewalk for these guys. These guys are just going to get it done, move on. But after week 1 now, I know week 1 they played respectively better teams, but their performances scare me a little bit. So, until they can get back on some better winning ways, I'm going to stay away from the stay away from those two teams for now. So, call me crazy on this one, but I'm going to go for the biggest blowout game for Detroit to blow out Tennessee. And here's my main reason for doing that. If Detroit plays against Tennessee like they did against Indianapolis, then we're going to score high. I mean, heck, they scored 39 against Indy. Not that Indy that has any defense or whatever, but I consider Indianapolis a better team than Tennessee Titans. So, Matthew Stafford probably going to throw for another 3 or 4 touchdowns. I see the Lions scoring more than 40 points. Simple as that. Alright, those are my 3 games to highlight for the week. Here are my week 2 predictions. Now, it's hard for me to trust the LA Rams in this one. I have the Rams going against the Seahawks and have them winning. It's really hard for me to trust this, but I'm going to go with it because the Rams have done very well against Seattle in recent memory. I think in the last 4 times they've met, the Rams have gone 3-1. So I'm going to cross my fingers and still hope for the best. And also, I'm going to go with the Jets to overcome the Bills at least once this year. So I'm going to put that more on week 1 and not on week 17 when the game's more or less on the line. Because I think Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't play as well when he's under pressure. I mean, I'm rooting for the guy to hit the playoffs. I really like Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I think he does deserve more respect. And between the two teams not yesterday, but from their last games they play, I think the Jets had a better performance against the Bengals than the Bills did against the Ravens. And the Bengals are a better team than the Ravens, so I think the Jets will get this win. And I think we'll all go home happy. I like the Bills as well, but I really want the Jets to make the playoffs this year. I am rooting for them. And that will be everything. My Super Bowl prediction, whoops, I forgot to change that. Now, I'm not going to do this ever again, but for the sake of this, I'm going to do that now. So, I apologize for that right now. I'm questioning my decision, and I don't know if I should agree with myself, but as of week 1, there's really nothing else to choose from. I mean, of course, a lot of people can call me crazy and like, oh, go for this team, but I'm gonna stick with Steelers v. Panthers. I mean, after week 2, if the Panthers and the Steelers play more or less in like New England or Arizona or Seattle or any of those teams step up, I'll change my prediction. But for now, I'm gonna stick with that. And that is all I got for week 2, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to everyone's team. And let's go Ravens. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.